Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kelly here. Today I'm excited to share a glimpse into my watercolor process with a focus on painting these beautiful lavender fields.
Probably heard the word quick study before. Maybe you're unsure what a quick study is. Why do I need a quick study? Why should I use a quick study as an artist? Well, I'm going to share with you something that I've been trying to practice in my everyday life now, because I find that I used to go into a painting not knowing what direction I was going. I would make mistakes. I would have to constantly correct them. And this is just a way for you to get comfortable with your project or your scene and try to figure out different ways that you can create a painting, but maybe try a few things that you aren't comfortable with, or maybe that you haven't practiced, or come up with new ideas and learn and grow from them. So today I'm going to share with you this beautiful little lavender scene that I grabbed off of unsplash.com, and we're going to paint it. I actually paint this one twice. Whew. Guess who's at it again? You know, I don't know what it is, but every time I get ready to do a video, she barks. Whew. You're probably looking at me going, Kelly, why are you wearing a flannel shirt? That's a really good question. It was cold because the AC, and now I'm hot because the AC turned off. It's like, I think I have it at 75 now. I think it's going to be the perfect temperature in Mississippi, not necessarily elsewhere.
So as an artist, I really love experimenting with different tactics and approaches. And in this video, you'll see how I incorporate both like a quick study and a more detailed, kind of longer version of my work in my creative process. I think quick studies are a fantastic way for us to practice and loosen up. And for me, they allow me to capture like the essence of a scene really quickly, swiftly, and just kind of play with maybe either the composition or my techniques, maybe color, and it gives me a way of doing this without overthinking it the first time. And on the other hand, the longer, more detailed pieces really give me the time to refine those techniques, add a little bit more depth, and really bring my paintings to life. And in this lavender field piece, I really started with that quick study to get a feel for the composition and kind of the flow of the lavender. And it's a great way to warm up and kind of explore those different ideas that you might have. I think experimenting is really the key to discovering those new styles and maybe new techniques. And I often will try out different brushes, different brush strokes, maybe color combinations, and even play with like the pacing of my work. I've been doing a lot of the 15-minute warm-ups each week with Kimberly and Beth. And if you want to check out our channel, we have a YouTube channel where we meet every Thursday night and we paint something without knowing what we're going into. And we give ourselves a 15-minute time limit. So it's a great way. We've learned so much from doing this practice. So feel free to jump over there. I'll leave you the links down below and come experiment with us. So really experimentation is that key to discovering our new styles and techniques. And like I said, I often use brush strokes, different color combinations, and I even play with the pacing of my work. So each experiment really kind of brings new insight for me, and it really helps me grow as an artist. So once I'm happy with my quick studies, and I don't often do them, this is something I want to do a little bit more of. So let's talk a little bit more about what quick studies are. Especially if you're kind of unsure how you want to start a painting, it's really an essential tool for you. It's going to allow you to use like those preliminary, maybe even not even sketches, but preliminary ideas that you might have in your head. And sometimes it can inspire new ideas. Like for this particular painting, I was trying out the 1/4-inch brush, and I could see I could get a little bit of texture in there with a deeper shade. And so I was, adding a little bit more details to this one. I wasn't quite sure in the first one if I wanted to have all of those little marks in there where you could actually see the little wisps of lavender. I was just doing like the little splatter marks. So, engaging in your quick studies really helps you gain a clearer understanding of the subject and maybe help you develop a better roadmap for your final piece. And while you're doing this, you know what? You're building your confidence up and you are allowing yourself to be flexible as an artist. Sometimes we get into a piece and we want every piece to be just perfect, and we don't experiment enough. We don't learn what works for us and what we like if we're just constantly doing the same thing all the time. So, those quick studies can be a really valuable practice for you to help hone your skills and really develop your own intuition, like what's going to work, what's not going to work. Do I want to splatter here? Do I want to add just water and see what that's going to do? Do I want to try salt? I mean, there's just so many different things that you can use, and it's going to help you really be more spontaneous, be more loose. And I've been doing my flower paintings and I've really come a long way with my spontaneity and my looseness. I was always such a detailed artist. And I think this is really helping me break free from that overthinking process and, more of that perfectionist that's in me. And I'm sure you can probably understand what I'm saying if there's a lot of painters out there that are very much perfectionists, and sometimes we don't even want to try something because we don't feel like we can tackle it. So, try tackling some maybe more complex subjects and loosen it up. Try some unfamiliar styles. It's so fun to just kind of repeat the process, practice, and do these quick studies to really enhance the way you see things, and looking at something a little bit more objectively. So ultimately, incorporating these quick studies, I think, into your routine is going to enhance your creative process, but it's also going to lead to more thoughtful and probably more composed final works. Like, I could try this one a third time if I wanted to. And I think each time I learn something from doing it, and I don't always try it the same way. So if you enjoyed this sneak peek and want to dive a little deeper, I am sharing the full unedited versions of the painting sessions, both of them complete with detailed instructions with my patrons. And it's a great way to enhance your own artistic journey while supporting my work. Becoming a patron gives you access to exclusive content, raw videos, step-by-step tutorials, plus you'll be part of a wonderful community of fellow art enthusiasts. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more art content, and please consider joining my Patreon community for even more in-depth tutorials. Until next time, happy painting!
Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you. Avalon was barking again, so I came out into the hall. If you haven't tried a quick study, give it a try. It's so helpful. You can go into a project without any preconceived ideas. It just takes all of that perfectionism out of us. It doesn't matter because it's just a quick study. We're just learning. We're using it to grow. We're using it to practice new things. Sometimes you're like perfect little paintings when you're done. You're like, huh, how did I do that? Probably because you were loose and you weren't worried about it. All right, have yourself a great day. Happy painting. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh no. Oh.
Did you see that? No worries. We have little birds back there. Let's cover up our splatter attack. Holy cow, I'm messy today, aren't I? Okay, so I messed that up. Let's put this back on here. You should see my computer. It is covered with splatters too.